Welcome to IMD's Industry Insights. We'll be right back. Before we get started, I wanted to remind you to hit that like button. And also, if you want to subscribe to our podcast, hit that button down in the bottom right corner there, and that'll get you subscribed. We do appreciate you being here. Let's get started. Hello, and welcome to IMTS Day 5. We are here with Ben Totto. He is a North American Sales Manager for Rear Safety. Ben, thanks for being with us.
Thanks so much for having me, Brian.
And
really appreciate it.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and a little bit about Rear?
Yeah, absolutely. So Rear is a safety company based out of Torino, Italy. We've been in business for about 65 years. So we've got a great, long, extensive history within the safety environment. We started out as a distributor, and then we actually transitioned into becoming a manufacturer of safety products and lighting. There's actually two different divisions, but we obviously focus on the safety side of it for the industry. We decided to move into the U.S. market about 20 years ago, so we've been selling our products in the U.S. market for about 20 years. Our subsidiary, the one I work for, is North America, covering Mexico, the U.S., and Canada. We specify in offering the products with local support with inventory here in the U.S. to supply the U.S. market, or the North American market. We just do safety. So we've got one product that's kind of a runoff that's really cool and kind of fits into the same environment. But everything we do is safety sensors, controllers, that type of thing.
Okay.
So yeah.
Well, why safety?
That's a good question. It's an easy question to answer.
Yeah.
We all want to go home safe. Yeah. So I think what it comes down to is we work around a lot of dangerous equipment. We work in an automation industry where it's not always reliable. We want to make sure everybody goes home to their families and loved ones safe. Really what it comes down to. And human nature is to, make mistakes. So, do things that you didn't intend to do, and then, an injury results. So what we like to do is create an environment where you can't accidentally make those mistakes. You go into work one day, you're a little tired for whatever reason, and you reach your hand somewhere you shouldn't, or you walk into a zone that you shouldn't. We want to make sure that your machinery does what it's supposed to do, which is stop. There's a lot of safety standards that kind of go into that. TÜV is one of the highest class certifications out there. They set safety standards, response times, and they calculate the worst case scenario, and then we abide by those rules and laws. All of the safety companies out there, we all have the same standard in the U.S. with UL listing, but we all kind of follow suit with that same kind of procedure and same kind of qualification.
What would differentiate Rear from those other safety companies?
It's a good question too. So Rear offers products based on the application. So we like to think of ourselves as an application-based safety company. Some of our competitors out there, they offer amazing products. They offer an all-in-one solution, but sometimes that's all they offer. We offer from the very basic on-off application with a robotic cell. We also offer blanking, muting, integration into that light curtain. There's a lot of products out there that make the jobs easier of installation. It's all a little more seamless with the procedure of automation. So there are also products they offer that we don't. So we like to take a consultative approach to every application, and no application is the same as the next. So we really like to kind of dive into the options to really protect the cell and do it in the most appropriate manner versus throwing one product at it, and then that covers all the solutions.
So what type of products does Rear provide?
Sure. So again, we're primarily focused on safety sensors and safety controllers. So that comes to, we offer door switches. When you open a door, it throws a switch, tells the machine to stop. We offer interlocks, which hold the door closed with a holding force so you can't accidentally open it. Our main product is our light curtains. We offer multiple different families of that light curtain, whether again the basic application or everything built in. And that keeps a zone or an area safe. When you walk in, it's a light beam that goes across. When you break that beam, the machine stops. And we're referring to milliseconds with stop time. Again, that kind of calculation comes into it, but it keeps a zone safe without having to put up a hard fence for preventing someone to come into that area. So if you put a hard fence, obviously someone can't go in, but if you got to be able to walk in to place parts in, then come back out, or let's say you have a cart you need to roll in so the robot picks up that part, pull that back out. You want the machine to not operate when you're in that area, and that's, for the most part, what we provide. We've got a lot of specific applications where we can go up to 80 meters between each side of the curtain. So we do a lot of outdoor applications in those long-range type scenarios. We offer mirrors where you can protect an entire zone with one set of curtains and protect 4 sides. So you get a distance calculation. You lose a little bit with each mirror to get to the technical side of it, but it allows you to minimize your expense and maximize your safety in that zone.
So I'm assuming that's like a laser-based system?
Exactly. So in layman's terms, the best way to think about it, garage door. You push the garage door closed, you walk through, and it goes back up again. It's the same idea, but safety revolves around door redundancy, which means that if something fails, something else is going to back up and protect you. So every safety sensor that's out there, it requires 2 paths to send a signal to say, hey, it's okay or it's not okay. If you don't have the door redundancy, something fails, something shorts, then you run into a problem where the machine continues to run even though the sensor's been trimmed.
In the few times I've been to your booth to get those rear beers.
The rear beers.
The rear beers are good. I noticed you had a cobot in there, so why would you need to protect a cobot?
That's another good question. So cobots are intrinsically safe on their own. They definitely keep an environment where people safe from the robot. So if you were to go up and touch it, it's a very light force. Effectively, if I poked you, that's kind of the same response time where the robot needs to stop. It really becomes dangerous when you've got what we call end-of-arm tooling. So if you've got a gripper in the end of it, for example, in our booth, we have a TV with sharp corners. If you walk up to that and that TV hits you, the robot doesn't stop until the damage is done. So, not to, be negative about the situation, but effectively, you need to protect what's on the end of that robot arm to make sure that you're safe. There's a lot of welders out there, there's a lot of grippers out there. When it comes to robots, they're really strong. They're really going to hurt you. So, there's not much you can do to protect that other than keeping people away from the robot altogether.
As is evident here at the show, the industry is just evolving at a really rapid pace.
Yeah.
How is Rear keeping up with the safety aspect of that evolution?
Of course. So our research and development department out of Torino, Italy is all part of the same campus. So we've got our sales department, research and development, we have manufacturing. Everything is done in-house there. We have 6 subsidiaries around the world. So a lot of it comes with feedback. And one of the great things about our company is we're small and agile. So when we come up with something in the US that we notice is a hot point or something where we can adapt and make a product that will work better in our market or in India or in China or Taiwan, we give that feedback to Italy and they start developing that product. One of the things, just to give some feedback from the trade show, is high heat applications. You go into ovens or metal bending or whatever it may be where it's over 120 degrees. You have to really be careful with the plastics and the computer chips and everything that's built into that system. So one thing that we're looking into is creating a light curtain you put in that environment where you keep compressed air going through the curtain itself to keep the system cool. And that's something that we're introducing in our research and development department that we want to, adapt to the current market. As restrictions tighten up on safety and as they figure out, hey, this is not a safe spot, and I understand we can't put anything there because it could be damaged, you still have to adapt to that. And that comes with a company that is willing to listen and make a new product to fit that sector effectively.
Again, your booth is touting a lot of partnerships. Do you want to touch on those?
Of course, yeah. So I wanted to thank our partners out there. Okay. First off, Mechademics. They're a robotic company out of Quebec, Canada. They offer the smallest Scara robot on the market. Unfortunately, we can't show off the full speed because of our demo. It just has too much lateral force, but that thing will really start moving. So I'd like to thank them for offering, us a way to show our customers and the attendees of this trade show how to use that, the safety around that robot, as well as Fanuc. Fanuc has been a great partner for us, helping us set up and design our system to show how we can protect that killbot in an environment where it might not be safe for the users or people just walking by. And then I'd also like to thank Raiku, which offered the cable management system that goes on that robot as well. So we really appreciate all of our partners. We want to make sure that they get acknowledgement for what they helped us with in our booth to show off our product. And we really appreciate the idea that, you can work with other companies to help each other. And I think that's kind of what this whole industry comes down to, because whether it be one of our competitors or whether it be someone that, complements our product line, it's not just about us, and it goes both ways. So we really appreciate the opportunity to work with them, and same with being here with you.
Also, I appreciate you taking time out. How's the show been for you?
The show's been great. It's a little longer than what we're used to, but I think that also brings, obviously a large base of people coming in, whether they're international, based the International Trade Show. It hasn't been really busy all at once, but it's been steady the whole time. So we've got a great opportunity to meet with customers that we would love to work with in the future. We've gotten a great opportunity to work with or talk to students about maybe what they might want to do in their future. We really appreciate the opportunity to be here and meet with, people that we might not otherwise be able to meet with at a different trade show. So
I really appreciate you taking time out to sit down and tell us about Rear, and I really appreciate you being with us.
Thank you so much for your time.
All right.
Really appreciate having us.
Yep.
Yeah, thank you.